You may have been praying for wealth in real estate, but God's not answering your prayers. He has all of the land you need and has never changed in His ability to bless you in real estate. But according to Matthew 25, there is a new level of faithfulness and stewardship. And in this video, I want to show you how to position yourself as a steward of real estate wealth. We noticed something crazy about our viewers. Actually, 60% of you who watch our videos are not actually subscribed. And we noticed you do a lot in the comments and you like and you share, which is awesome. But if this video resonated with you and you like our content, I'd like to ask you, please hit the notifications button, hit the subscribe button, because we want to continue to get out to you quality content that impacts you and changes your life. And so please become a subscriber today. We'd love to track with you. There's this call upon your life towards kingdom wealth. And what if I told you your struggles with wealth and finances, your frustrations with scarcity, and also that seemingly endless hustle, that exhausting drive, they weren't because of a lack of resources, but because of a lack of revelation. The world's systems have taught you to survive by trading your time, your talent, your energy for money. But in the kingdom, God doesn't call you to just survive. He calls you to thrive. And that begins with an understanding of a profound truth. And that is that economic redemption is your inheritance. Wealth in the kingdom isn't just defined by your bank account or just your material resources, if you will, but it's defined by your alignment with God's principles. And when you discover that and find that, the effect upon your life is tremendous, is huge. So the real question isn't, how do I make more money? But the real question is, how do I multiply what God has entrusted to me for His glory? So what I want to talk to you about in this video today is about wealth, but it's not just about wealth. It's about the kingdom mindset that transforms scarcity into abundance, and it makes fear transform into faith. So the hustle is no longer the mindset I want you to have. It's rather a mindset of purpose and of worldview, and it's completely transformative. So here's the blueprint. So that everyone who has, more will be given, and they will have an abundance. So I'm reading from scripture here, but from the one who has not, even what they have will be taken away. So that's what Jesus is teaching in Matthew 25:29. It's the parable of the talents. And what that does is it reveals one of the most misunderstood kingdom principles, that wealth flows to stewardship. It doesn't flow to sympathy. And wealth doesn't just flow to prayer. It flows to stewardship. That's the teaching of Matthew 25. So think about this. The unprofitable servant wasn't punished for failing to make a profit. He was punished for his fear, his lack of vision. That's huge application for you and I. And he was punished for his refusal to act. What he did is he buried what the master entrusted to him. Fear of failure paralyzes potential. The fear is what whispers those lies in your ears. And it sounds like this. It's like, well, what if I lose what I've been given? What if I'm not capable? What if? That's how the enemy works, is he takes those grains of truth and creates a half-truth. And a half-truth is not the truth at all. But that's how it's so convincing to you when you have those thoughts and you think about those doubts. And those doubts lead to inaction. They're paralyzing. And inaction forfeits the opportunities that God places before you. The faithful servants, they didn't just maintain what they were given, they multiplied it. And so this principle of multiplication is the heart of kingdom economics. When you steward things given to you by God and appreciate and value and see those things given to you by God with courage, with vision, with faith, you're positioning yourself for the wealth transfer. You're positioning yourself for abundance. So wealth isn't just about God randomly redistributing resources. It's a strategic movement of resources towards those who align their actions with His purposes. And in the kingdom, abundance isn't just about luck. It's about this maturity in obedience and stewardship. So what I want you to understand from this first part of the video is that fear is going to be the enemy of your stewardship. God will reward faith-filled action, not that passive, so-called false preservation. And so multiplication is this principle of the kingdom where you and I are called to manage, to grow, and to expand what we're given. So I want you to, even right now, to think about just even one area of your life where you've been burying what God has given you, and commit to taking at least one key, very bold, faith-filled action this week to multiply that gift. Here's the truth. Time will pass no matter what. 6 months from now, you'll either be thriving in a kingdom business, walking in financial dominion and building wealth that lasts, or still waiting, still struggling, still wondering why nothing has changed. This isn't about waiting for a sign or seeing what happens. God already put the opportunity in front of you. Inside Goshen, we're handing kingdom entrepreneurs the exact roadmap to scale, to dominate, and shift from financial survival to kingdom multiplication. Click the link in the description now and secure your place. The people who move fast are the ones who succeed. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. So then the application for land. The application is huge because the men and women of the kingdom that will be able to understand how to generate wealth through land will not be the ones that somehow find an additional 24 hours in the day for an additional grind. They're not the ones that decide, I'm going to somehow overnight become someone that is just going to find this newfound luck. No, it's becoming the person that can be stewarded and given, bestowed, be someone that's entrusted is the word I'm looking for. Become someone that's entrusted with the management ability to work on land. So if you become the person that acquires some knowledge, practice some level of stewardship, take a calculated risk, you will be positioning yourself as a manager and a steward of real estate responsibilities. If you take care of that repositioning of your posture and your standing, then the opportunities open up before you. You'll be observing the marketplace. You'll be studying different areas, different regions, different counties in particular. You'll be just reviewing data that is almost completely publicly available, much of it for free. Some of it you'll have to pay a small amount of money for the higher quality data with some filters. And you'll see a whole world open up to you of land that is available literally in every state across the United States. Thousands and thousands of parcels of land you'll find are available on the market. Why? Because the knowledge will show you they're owned by people that are doing nothing with the land. You can apply a filter that shows only land on your list that is owned by people that have it's been in their name under their ownership for over 10 years. They're doing nothing but paying an annoying annual tax on an empty field that's bringing no yield in their life. You can even apply filters on your data if you position yourself to see which of those parcels of land have the owner out of state. And there's several other filters. So the knowledge and the positioning of becoming somebody worthy of the stewardship of real estate, the stewardship of doing land investment, will position yourself, and you will discover and find a new capability will be yours and in your hands. That's the crazy thing. And it's incredible. And so those are the kind of owners of parcels of land that you'll contact. You'll discover a bunch of people say, no, I'm not listening, I'm not calling you back. And a percentage of people, as you discover your flow, a percentage of people say, I'm glad you called. I've been thinking about selling my land for years. I'm glad you called. My wife and I were just talking about it the other day. I'm so glad you called. I'm really annoyed about paying this annual tax on the land. It's positioning yourself. It's a stewardship, because God then is able, without it destroying you, He is able, He's always been able, but now He's willing in His ability to bestow on you a stewardship and a management and an entrustment,
because he wants to be able to say to you, well done, good and faithful servant. That's the beauty of Matthew 25. You actually determine the measure that God will measure it back to you. You are sowing, and when you sow to your expectation. Are you sowing sparingly? Not a lot of wisdom, not a lot of study, not gathering data, not finding the knowledge? Or are you sowing lavishly, purchasing the wisdom? Like Proverbs says, buy wisdom. Buy it in all you're seeking. Get knowledge. So sow liberally to get a return. Get that knowledge, lock it in, because there is an abundance waiting for you. But it's incumbent on you to be positioned as a steward.